Hi, I'm Sarah, and welcome to part 6 of my Doki Doki Literature Club Let's Play. I was gonna film last night, but then I got home, and I could not even look at my computer because I was so anxious. Because, folks, there's nowhere to run. I think we've finally hit the part in which I will be scared of everyone and everything. I'm nervous, like extremely nervous. I don't play scary games. How many times do I have to say this let's play? I'm really honestly quite scared. Whatever, we're just gonna load it on up, man. Jesus, protect me. All right, here we go. Here we go. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I do not like where this is heading. I don't like it. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Well, probably should have. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Look at our mans. Doing all the work. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I keep on almost calling her Nazi. Like, I probably feel the same way as Nazis about the event. Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sari and Natsuki at the festival. Boy, you cannot promise that we'll spend the day with one girl and then say, I'm going to spend it with both. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Yeah, knowing Monica, this will be a great event. Issa, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. Oh my god, I feel like a blockhead. Do not, like, oh my god. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. Yeah, bruh. Yes. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. Yeah! Dummy, let's throw that back at you. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. Okay, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Issa. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? That's the joke, isn't it? Fuck. Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. No, that's the thing. No, it doesn't make you seem like the bad guy. That's the one thing, like, of course the game, like, wants to put guilt on you, but in real life, do not ever lie about your feelings to someone to make them feel better. It's just gonna end up worse in the end. So, I don't feel bad about my decision. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Hmm? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh, yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. There's no music. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the ones she practiced. It's the one that I haven't read before. Percentage? Get out of my head. Get out of my head. We're just gonna skip down to the last part. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Oh, God. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. Yeah, what she said to you. Little dark, little evil, little gremlin, little... What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Isa? What's wrong? Nothing. The poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... Bruh, I'm feeling scared. Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. No! I don't want to play this game. I just want to play a normal dating game. This is a normal dating game where nothing bad happens and in a different world, in a different universe, everything's perfect and fine and everything is good, nothing is bad is gonna happen. This is just gonna be a normal house call. It's a normal friend, checking up on a friend. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. Am I being a wimp if I turn down the audio? It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help wake her up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give to her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Does she have parents? I'm sorry, where are the parents in this world? I'm so upset. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori. She really is a heavy sleeper. Oh my god. They're just really laying it on thick. They have been laying it on thick since the very beginning. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? Not the time, bro. Not the time. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh my god, that's so... Cowabunga, dude! Hang 10! My heart is beating so fast right now. This is... You know, I'm playing this in window mode because that's the only way I can film it. This is actually really sad. What the hell? Yeah, well... What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. The music is very chilling. That is such a good job in terms of that. Oh, it's really chilling. Wow, that just hit a chilling part. There's no way this can be real. Suri wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes are showing me. Well, my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Suri I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. No! No, I still stand by my decision. That has nothing. And in the real world, do not feel bad about your own choices. You can't live for other people. That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Okay, I know why they do this. I'm not playing this game ever again after I get through this damn day. I don't care if it's corrupt forever. I do not care. I'm not playing it again. I don't care about any good ending. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Also, I know regardless, your choices can't change someone else's decisions. Unfortunately, they can help them, but if they have their mind set on it, like, her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. No, I don't like that. See, okay. I know it's a game. Whatever. Oh my god. I'm sorry I made the hang 10 joke. Why did I do that? Whatever. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. I can understand if you hadn't played this game before, if I just spent more time with her. This would make you feel absolutely guilty. And, like, obviously I haven't, but I know what's up. They really laid it on thick with all the foreshadowing. Forever and ever. Like, literally everything in this game was a foreshadowing. I walked her to school and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship. No. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Okay, they try to make you think you can, and that is honestly cool. The fact that this game is popular speaks for itself, but I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I could never take it back. Never. 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 Yeah, that is a real girl right there, as you can see. I don't want to continue. Like, I will be blunt, I don't want to continue this. It's a damn mess of, I don't really think it matters, so whatever. We're just gonna do what we're supposed to be doing here. Wait. Do you want me to read the freaking weird-ass cryptid text? Like, I'm... What's that dude from the Wild Thornberries? No. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. It's me! No, it's not me. I'm not in this world. Damn it, now I put that out in the universe in some way, some form. That girl is... Wait. My neighbor and good friend since we were children. Or should I talk like an Animal Crossing villager? Jeez. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let it catch up to me. Okay, that wasn't like a real scream, but also, I'm a baby. If you get annoyed by me getting annoyed and getting scared, don't watch the rest of this. I'm surprised you made it this far. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time playing games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Okay, so we're getting a redo without, yeah, okay. Without yoi. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs! There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Issa? Monica. Bro, let me just say, in a different universe, Monica is Flowey. They are the same being at a certain point in a certain timeline. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Psychopathic. Whore. Psychopathic. That was definitely not the right word. So, psychopathic? Yeah. Well, whatever. Just the way she's coded. Basically, completely out of my league. Well, yeah. Still, even knowing that, yeah. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. I was about to ad-lib my own line in there. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Look at Monica, hating politics. Wow, she really is just like us. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club! Oh my god. Dude, I can't play an actual jump scare game because that just shook up my screen the slightest amount and I'm already scared. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. See why I couldn't play Five Nights at Freddy's? That sounds kind of dull. It is dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, Literature can be anything, reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Even now, he's a horn dog. Hey, Issa. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you can do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? How could you ever refuse someone like Monica? That's right. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Issa. You know that. It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I'm gonna have to say, don't sell your soul to Monica. I timidly follow Monica around the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings the open classroom door. Oh, God. I don't want to keep playing this game. Could you imagine? Oh. I'm back. And I brought a guest with me. Oh my God, bruh. I can't. Nothing as scary has actually happened. Like, aside from the obvious suicide. But, a guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? I don't even want to do voices anymore. I don't want to do voices. They don't deserve voices. Way to kill the atmosphere. Well, don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Issa. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. You dirty slut. Why can't you go to a club with boring-looking men? Damn. What? So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? Sure. What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. I forgot about that when I was dating her, right? Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. I like how we can't skip this. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Issa in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Issa? I don't want to be sitting anywhere. I want to be sitting. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take the seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As the president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yep, really hard. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, teen reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Isa, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. And she still annoys me. I don't care what bad things happen. That's so mean. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yeah, all of it makes much more sense. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. And currently, I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with The Rock. Can we make it that way? The Rock? Can The Rock play this game? I didn't expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. I don't like looking at their eyes now. Monica's eyes are really creepy now. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to the other world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often successful at changing the way you look at the world, only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up for your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you just share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Nat and Yuri. Nat is actually kind of a cute nickname. Oh, whoops, sorry. Just had to scratch my nose and I hit my computer. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. How about we do an orgy right now? I decided to take the responsibility of vice president after all. That was so dumb. I'm sorry. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Issa? Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Jesus. But I'm sorry, I thought... Huh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Issa. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. Yeah, no, you are. You are defenseless. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in the situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Little horny boy. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Issa? Do you really mean that, Issa? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. You scared me too, Yuri. You scare me a lot. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Issa, I'm so happy. Good. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Issa, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety well up inside of me. Well, yeah, there is a lot of anxiety. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. Alone! The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, dude. This game is so freaky. I'm closing my eyes as I say yes, by the way. I don't know. I know this game isn't like jump scary for the most part. I know there are a couple of like, and quick things, but I am scared. Jeez. Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating I think I understand how blankety blank feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again, unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. That's so artistic! I love it! Oh my goodness, we're real poets now. What is it? Robbie, what was that emo kid song? Stabby, rip, stab, stab, cut my heart and hopes to die. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna go all the way out, disgusting now. I'm done with Natsuki. I've already, we're gonna go all the way. Awful answers. Oh, I'm shocked that was Natsuki. Yep. Because you know what? I'm just gonna be blunt. Yuri, bugs me, and so I could not care. This game sucks. This game sucks. Hi again, Issa. Devil horns on this one. Glad to see you didn't run away on this. Ha ha ha! You know what? I should probably save. I'm not sure. Ah, there we go. Okay. I probably should have saved before the poem, but whatever. I'm not gonna change my answer. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, God. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. I really am a little bitch, baby man. Oh, come on, he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what. I don't like how close they're getting to me. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps... Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. Manga is literature. I'm not reading it in voices anymore. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Issa. I'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. I don't want to finish this game. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, kiss, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. Ah, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something very obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Sun is just gonna be in the middle of my face, just like this. I'm not changing it. I can't change the sun in Arizona, you know? And it goes through my blinds anyways, so whatever. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Sure it is. What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse. And they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Ha ha ha! Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Well, we are in the darkest timeline now, folks. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. From nowhere! Ah. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Issa? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. Ah! Why did the dark writing scare me? Oh my goodness. But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Ugh. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. I literally, the fact that the dark writing scared me and the quick pace, really? Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly blankety blah, 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 blah. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Yep, this is all about the reading rainbow. I'm glad that we agree. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Oh my god. Why am I playing this game? It's October, I get it. It's Halloween tomorrow, but... That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh, yes. I'm reading this in the light of day. The sun is on my face. I'm a little... I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Yeah, sure. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yep. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I am distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particular bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body. Oh! I don't think that's what that said, but whatever. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Why did I think the right... Anyway, never mind. There's bad jokes. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, I don't like that it's going into this now. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. The way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. How is he still horny right now? Whatever. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Why did I have trouble with that? Whatever. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it to her own thumb. Hey, Yuri! This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to that character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all. That's what you were talking about? Sorry. Thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling it alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. You got all that titty in the way, girl, that's why. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yeah, you know what? I need some water too. I'm gonna take a drink. You're gonna watch me take a drink. Let's continue. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that what it was about? Issa! Oh god, I don't like this. I'm just gonna fiddle with my headset some more, pretend it's cool. Issa, did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Oh my god. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. I'm gonna save here again. And we will continue the rest of this terrible game in the next part. I don't want to keep playing right now. But we will. We will. See you next time, if you dare.